What's up, people? I've been reading once again because I can't seem to stop myself at the moment. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the sequel to Court of Fives, and if you haven't seen that, well, we're gonna get started anyway. I got two books in hand right now. The first one is Court of Fives, which if you check it out right here, there should be a good old... Wait, they removed annotations. Yeah, how do I do that now? There'll be a link somewhere to my review of that from, I think, about 2 months ago now. Today I'm going to be talking about the sequel to it, Poison Blade, which I really quite enjoyed, and I'm going to do it with as few spoilers on either of the books as I can, but let's see how that goes for me. First of all, can we talk about how pretty this hardcover copy is? It's just so pretty, and like, I wish that I had Court of Fives as a hardcover copy, and I think I might see if I can get a hold of one. Yeah. So the big important thing to know is that this is a continuation of Jessamy's adventures after she has completed what happened in book one. This is gonna be difficult being kind of look, as far as things go, parts of the storyline just that little bit predictable as far as how things are gonna go, but not necessarily how they get there. That's really hard to explain. As far as things go, this is a book that I really enjoyed. It's another one that I have managed to knock over in a week, which is how you know I'm really enjoying a book, especially if it's a slightly longer one, which I don't know, it's about 460 pages, I think, and I polished through it. It's another one where I was just like reading it almost constantly because I couldn't put it down. I was walking to work reading, I was walking home reading, I was just constantly reading, didn't want to stop. Which is always a nice thing to get so enveloped and care about the characters so much that you just need to know what's going to happen next. The one main downside to Poison Blade, aside from parts of the story that could be a little bit predictable, is that occasionally the writing would get a little difficult to follow, but it'd never be more than like a paragraph where it'd be like, wait, how did we get from here to there? But that may just be me like not reading as astutely as maybe I should. If you've watched my review for Court of Fives, you know I absolutely loved it, and I'm having it as one of my highly recommended reads without doubt. And Poisoned Blade was a fantastic sequel to it. And I just, oh my god, there was so much that went on that I just outright didn't expect. The great thing about this book is there's a whole bunch going on that I didn't necessarily expect. Things came to fruition that I was like, whoa, that is not what I expected to happen and not what I wanted to happen, and none of this is okay. There were a few things from the first book that were kind of explored in book one that weren't really touched on. They were thrown mention to a couple of times, specifically about the whole game, the whole Court of Fives game system, and I'm hoping that that gets developed and explored a little bit more in book 3, which is due out in July, and I already have my pre-order in. I'm gonna get it as soon as I can. Since I am bringing up that the third book in the trilogy is going to be available in July, it's also worth noting that there are 2 novellas that sit around the Court of Fives trilogy. The first tells the story of Jessamy, the main character's father and mother, as they meet, which I still haven't gotten around to reading, but is definitely high on my list. What has me really excited is that the second novella, being released in June, is going to be telling the story of Bethany, one of Jessamy's sisters, and where she ends up going and how she gets to the places that she ends up in book 2, which I'm not going to say too much more about, but so definitely read Poison Blade before reading the second novella. That's super important, otherwise you're just gonna have some spoilers in there, I expect. That's all from me today. If you've read Court of Fives or Poison Blade, I would love to hear about it down in the comments below or on Twitter @Dazzles. Hit like if you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all later. Yeah. See you all later. Bye.